Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the glucose sensors. So glucose sensor is a very small device but used in everyday life for very important application for a diabetic patient. So how do glucose sensors work and what is the important, why it's important for an everyday life? So today we are discussed one by one. So let's see.
So basically glucose sensors are used in medical fields. They are used for diabetic patient. There are types of so they are called like glucometer or oximeter. So they can be used for like diabetic patients, like they can be inserted in their arms or like they can used to prick their fingers and many more. It helps to monitor the amount of blood sugar levels in their blood. So that's it.
So how it's working?
So it works based on biochemical reaction between a glucose and the enzyme which is present in the glucose sensor. So when the glucose reacts with the enzyme, it produces hydrogen peroxide, and when it is break down into an electrode, it produces a small electric current. So that electric current is converted into a glucose level and it is displayed in the screen, so we can check the glucose level in our blood or any liquid.
So it's the enzyme we'll check in using the glucometer. The oxygen, the glucose will be react with the oxygen. Am I right? It's due to hydrogen peroxide. Then gluconic acid, something in the enzyme name.
Glucose oxide.
Glucose oxide. Okay. So it's very easy to check what is the present the glucose level of what is the blood sugar.
Glucose sensors rely on enzymatic dehydrogenation. So enzymes used glucose oxidase and glucose dehydrogenase. The sensor detects the electrochemical reaction in the glucose.
So this is a type of electrochemical reactions, and that means biochemical reactions. In previous in history, in early days, 19th century, we are using that blood level. What is the glucose level present in blood? We are going to lab and checking from the urine sample how much amount of glucose is present in the urine sample. That method is a colorimetric method. So we'll check in urine sample what is the color. So through the color we are checking what glucose is present or not. In nowadays it's very easy method. The device will be very small. We'll check the blood sugar within 1 minute or 2 minutes. So what is the applications for glucose sensors?
In agriculture field, environmental monitoring and hospital monitoring, diabetics management and food technology.
Okay.
Glucose sensors are used in various fields like hospitals, agriculture field, food industries. The main purpose of the glucose sensor is to check the diabetes by ourselves within quiet minutes, like watches, sensor devices. However, it's very complicated to the peoples before times in 19th century, as ma'am said. Now it's very easy to the peoples and other market sellers to buy this glucose sensor and presenting it in a watch or a band. It helps to save our time and lifestyle. Thank you.
Types of glucose sensors. So there are two types of glucose sensors and many more. So the first one is like a fingertip method, which is used like a finger prick to pin the skin of tip of your finger and the blood comes. So it is used from like medical equipment and it is used for like measure the amount of blood sugar level. So the next is continuous measuring of glucose, which is placed like here. So it is inserted under the skin to measure the amount of blood sugar, and it is used to denote whether the patient has hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia.
Sensors are used in various applications in everyday life. So what is the application in industrial?
So in biotechnology, it is used to regulate the glucose flow of bioreactors and in the cell culture during fermentation process. And in the pharmaceutical industry, it is used to ensure the glucose levels, quality and consistency.
Okay, yes. In agriculture industry also we used in glucose sensors. So what are the applications in agriculture industry?
It is used in post-harvesting technology and and physiologic studies.
Okay. So what about the medical applications?
In medical applications, it helps to maintain the diabetes in a proper manner by checking the diabetes regularly. Within 2 months, it helps to check.
So it's used in everyday life. It's a various applications. It's very important to daily life. So thank you.